We're going to be starting off with VR codes with question number 1. So we see here that we have to add, we're going to be adding, we need to go H to J, which is 1, 2, that's going to be 2, and then J to N is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then N to T is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so we can see we're going up in even numbers, and then T to B is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The next one has to be 10. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our first letter is going to be L. We can cross out these. And then for our next one, for our second letter, we're going to be counting back. We're going to go E to C, which is 1, 2. So that's minus 2. C to Y is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the same thing. So it's going to go 2, 4, 6, 8. And then count back 10 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We get LA as our answer. Question number 2. We're going, the first one we have to go from E to D. We're going minus 1, minus 2. And then that means that's going to be minus 3, minus 4, we have to minus 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first letter is going to be P. So we can cross out this. I can see that the middle one, this last letter over here is going to go F, E, F, E, F. So we know it has to end with an E. We can cross out these and get P, A, E as our answer. The first letter is going to go H, I for question 3. H, forwards I, backwards G, forwards H, back F, forwards G. It needs to start with G. All of them start with G. The middle one is going to go I, K, I, K, I, K. We need to have K in the middle. We can cross these out. The last letter, we're going to go M to L, back 1, back 2 to J, back 3 to G, back 4 to C. We have to go back 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our last letter is going to be X, which means we get G, K, X. For the first letter, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get to R, and then go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be plus 5, minus 7. We're going to do plus 5, minus 7, and then the next one's going to be plus 5. So I plus 5 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get N first, which means we can cross out this and these. The second letter goes Y to B, which is 1, 2, 3. We add 3. And we seem to go 1, 2, 3, 4, back 4. So we're going to go 3, 4, 3, back 4. W minus 4. So for the next one, we're actually adding 3. So W 1, 2, 3 is going to be Z. We get NZ as our answer. Question number 5, O to T. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then T to X is 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see that I'm adding numbers that are descending. I'm going to be adding 3 here, and then A to C is 2, which means next time we only have to add 1. So C add 1 is going to be D. We can cross out these. And then H to C, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's minus 5. C to Y is 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 4. We're subtracting descending numbers, which means we need to do minus 3, minus 2, and then T minus 1 is going to be S. We get DS as the answer. O to B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We plus 7, which means K plus 7 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We start off with R, so we can cross these out. And then M to F is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, minus 7. So L minus 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get E. So the answer is going to be RE. So question number 7, P to N is going to be minus 2, and then Z to E is going to be back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 5. H minus 2 is F, and then I minus 5. Oh, actually from Z we're going to go forward 5. So from I we need to go forward 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get FN. Question 8, K to J is minus 1. So from U, we're going to minus 1, and that's going to be T. And all of them start with T. So Z to B is go forwards 2, plus 2. A plus 2 is going to be C. We have C in the middle. And then Y to V is going back 1, 2, 3. So let's go back 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When we go back 3, we are going to get Z. So our answer is TCZ. And then question number 9, we have N to Q, which is 1, 2, 3. We add 3. F plus 3 is I, so it starts with I, all of them start with I. U to A is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can see a pattern between V to E is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're going 3, 6, 9. So F plus 3, they all start with I. R plus 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is going to be X. So we can cross out this one and that one. And then S plus 9 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is B. We get IXB. Question number 10, we have N to M, N to A, and then M to Z. I can see it's about halfway. It's a mirror reflection. So we're going to do the same thing with O. O from the end, from this end over here, we're going to go, and I'm going to count O, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So from the other end, we're going to count 12, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And our first one is L. Now you can see we have P next, just to get the alphabet in. We're going to count 1, 2, 3. If O was 12, we know 11. P is 11. So we need to count 11 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We get LK. And that gives you this answer. We have to put in some letters for the next one, and we can see L goes in to get seal, laser, sail, and live. Next one, if you put in the letter E, you get finale, eat, dine, and emerge. And if you put in S for the question 13, you can get C's, which can confuse you because some people think just cease, but C's as in 7 C's, shook, plans, and sick. Question 14 is probably the one that's trying to trick you the most because some people want to put P in, but you see that preed isn't really a word, so we have to try D, and then you get held, drove, clad. Clad means to be clothed in something, and then dread. 15, we can also put in N, which means we get stain, nest, given, and noon. And 16, we can put P to get clamp, pine, clasp, and play. For the next ones, we're finding out some odd words. I can see August already off the bat looks odd one out. And then when I compare swim, I can see these you all do on land. And then we get swim and August as odd one out. For question 18, I can see that these words such as moist, damp, and wet all have something to do with the state of being wet. However, dry is the exact opposite, and drink, you're not really wet sometimes when you're drinking. So we have dry and drink. Question number 19, if the word for placid is someone who is not easily upset or not easily angry or excitable, so someone who is essentially calm. So we have these, placid basically means calm, and if sort of a colloquial word for someone who's calm, but the word cool, if someone's very suave or cool, they're very calm, they don't react much, therefore warm and neat would be the odd ones out. Next one, we have words such as intelligent, clever, and smart. These are synonyms to describe someone who is smart. However, words such as stupid and understand, stupid is the opposite, and understand is not necessarily a synonym for the word of someone being clever. Someone can be clever because they understand something, but that doesn't mean they are clever. Question 21, if you locate, find, and discover, you have found the object or found the place. However, looking and something being lost, you have not found the place. You are in the state of searching for it. So if you look for something, you haven't found it, unlike locating something. Question number 22. These are all positive words. Jolly, cheerful, and happy. However, angry and annoyed are the odd ones out because they are negative. Question number 23. We can say I received, that's one, received lots of presents for my birthday. Question number 24. Before, when you leave for work, lock the door. Question 25. Let's go to the beach. Go to the beach for a swim. Question 26. The test will determine if you are eligible. Eligible means able to do something or to count for something. Question number 27, which is tricky because opening and new sort of mean the same thing. However, you can start off with saying the museum has a new exhibit opening tomorrow. Question number 28. My sunflower kept growing. Kept growing. There should be 4. All through the summer. Question number 28. My family goes to Cornwall in the summers. My family goes to Cornwall in the that should be 7. Summer. The holidays. Question 30. We have before I get home from work, clean. That's wrong. Before I get home. So before I get home from work, clean your room. Next one, the tenant. So landlord and tenant. Tenant is someone who pays rent. Landlord is someone who owns the property. So the tenant had a row with his. So I've just erased them here because you actually have to put in the word bitter. So you would have the tenant had a bitter row with his landlord. And you can interchange landlord had a row with the tenant or tenant had a row with the landlord. Then question 32, the last one. Next one we have you should eat dinner, or you should eat vegetables. You should eat, I've just erased because I did your first when it should be you. But you should eat lunch, you should eat vegetables with your lunch and dinner. That is the jumbled up sentences. For maths, we have to add 3, add 4, add 5, add 6, add 7 is going to be 45A. Question 34, we have to minus 1, minus 2. This one, I find that writing out the pattern helps a lot. And if you see alternating, we can put this down here, minus 2, minus 4, minus 2. We can see every single one. I'm going to highlight these that you should focus on. They're trying to throw us off with these minus 2s. However, when you go alternating, you can see that you can have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, which means this is going to be minus 5. 41 minus 5 is going to be, actually from here we're going to minus 5. The pattern is alternating, however from this number you have to minus 5. So 39 minus 5 will be 34. Question number 35, we have to add 4. We have to minus, actually over here we can do minus 3, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. We get 16. So then this alternating has to be add 5, add 5, add 5, add 5, which is going to be, we're subtracting 5. So 17 minus 5 is going to be 12. 36, we have minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, we are actually alternating between adding and minusing. So minus 1, add 2. Minus 3, add 4. Minus 5, add 6. Minus 7, which is going to be 23. For 37, we add 4, add 3, add 4, add 3, add 4 is going to be 22. For this one, we have number, half, number, half, which is going to be 18. Then we have 31 to 25 is going to be 39 is going to be adding, we're going to alternate and add. So a lot of these questions will alternate, so you need to be able to spot that. So add 4, add 4, add 4 is going to be 43. The next question, we have a number and its square, number and its square. 5 squared is 25, so 6 squared is going to be 36. And for question 21, we have double each time. So 48 doubled is going to be 96. Question number 42, we're going to subtract 2, add 1, subtract 2, add 1, subtract 2, add 1 is going to be 4. Question number 43, we're going to add 1, add 2, add 3, add 4, add 5 is going to be 16. Question 44, let's substitute. We have 2 plus 3 minus 1. Actually, going on to question number 44, because that was the example, we have 12 times 2 minus 8 minus 4. We're going to do, so let's write down over here BODMAS. And that is the order you should be doing your questions. We have multiplication first, which is going to be 24 minus 8 minus 12 is basically 12. So as a letter, it's going to be E. Question number 45. So we have 8 times 9 divided by 18, which is going to be 72 divided by 18, which is going to be 4. As a letter, that is 8. So when you do BIDMAS, you would get the same answer because this is actually 4. But let's do BIDMAS because sometimes it does matter, so it's good practice. So C divided by E, which is 9 divided by 18, is going to be 0.5. Then when you do 8 times 0.5, you get 4, and that answer is going to be still A. Question 46, we have A plus E minus 5 BIDMAS. We do addition first. So 14 minus 5 is going to be 9, which gives us a D. 47, we have 10 times 2 divided by 4, and then BID, we divide first, is going to be half. 10 times a half is going to be 5, which is D. Question 48, we have B times A plus C plus 1. mass, we do multiplication, 0 plus 9, which is just 9, which is equal to B. Next question, we have 3 times 6 minus 11, multiplication first. 18 minus 11 is 7, so we get C. Question 50, I focus on each element. So focusing on this F, it's going to do 9, on this 4, it's going to do a 90 degrees anti-clockwise rotation, which means that 7 is going to point downwards. We can cross out A, C, and E. Focusing on the next element, let's do this one because that 8 is a little bit hard to follow. Let's do 90 degrees anti-clockwise. 5 is going to go anti-clockwise. It has to point with this bit. Actually, looking at this 6, it goes 270 degrees around clockwise for this. Following along with this 6, you're going to go 90 degrees anti-clockwise and then flip it. So if you go anti-clockwise, we get something that looks like that, and then we flip, and then it will point downwards, something that looks like D. Question 51. If I focus on each element, I have that trapezium is going to go to the center and then do a 90 degrees clockwise. So the triangle is going to go into the center, do 90 degrees clockwise. So we end up with these, and then this cross, well, let's do this cross over here, goes top right, we do a rotation. This is going to go top right, we do a rotation, so it can't be E. Then we also have this cross over here with their shapes, and we 90 degrees anti-clockwise them. This is going to go over here, 90 degrees anti-clockwise means that arrow is going to be pointing up, so we get C. Question number 52. We have a 90 degree clockwise rotation. Actually, we have a 90 degrees anti-clockwise rotation, so these horizontal become vertical. So these are going to come out to look something like that, which means we can't have these, can't have E because the hatching is the wrong way. And then these horizontal are going to go vertical in this square over here. So we get B. Question number 53. We have the F does a horizontal reflection, which means the W is going to do a horizontal reflection, which is the same case in all of them. And then if it's 4 sides here, we're going to add 1 to do 5 sides. If it's 3 sides here, we're going to add 1 to do 4 sides. So we can cross these out, and then this T is going to rotate 90 degrees anti-clockwise. Over there, this 6 is going to rotate 90 degrees anti-clockwise to be C. Question 54, we have this circle that goes to this outside, top right to top left. So this square, if you look closely over here, these are not squares, these are arrows, so make sure you pay attention to that. If this square goes to the outside, we cross out C and we cross out A, we just end up with D. These segments, this black segment is going to go to ahead, so this black segment is going to be over here, which means you cross out all of them apart from B. Question 56, triangle goes down. This triangle is going to go down, so this 4 is going to go down, which means we're left with just D and E. This square over here is going to go top middle, so the 9 is going to go top middle, which means we're left with E. Question 57, we have this triangle goes to the middle, does a 90 degree, so this goes to the middle, does a 90 degree rotation. We end up with these A and B, and then when we have this circle, it goes all the way to the bottom and does a rotation to anti-clockwise. This is going to go to the bottom and do a rotation anti-clockwise, which means we end up with A. Question number 58, let's focus on this S. I'll highlight that here. It does a 90 degree clockwise rotation. This 3 is going to do a 90 degrees clockwise rotation to look like A and D, and then doing that arrow, so it's going to do 90 degrees clockwise, go to the next one. 7, 90 degrees clockwise is going to look like D. And then question number 59, actually this 2 would go, this is what we're focusing, if the arrow is here, then this arrow is over here. So this 2 would go to the left and do that rotation. So it wouldn't be to this 2 needs to end up over here, which means we get the rotation and we get question 59. This K is going to go to this middle section, do a rotation 90 degrees clockwise. This is going to do a rotation, do 90 degrees clockwise and face upwards, so you can cross out C and E. This R goes up, so the 6 goes up. 6 goes up, and so we can cross out B, and D, we end up with A. This one, it's clear to see this arrow is just going 45 degrees anti-clockwise, so it has to end up pointing this way, which is only C and E, and then we have this arrow which is going anti-clockwise as well by 45 degrees, so this has to end up over there, which looks like C. Question number 61, we can see it's alternating quite clearly, but this pattern is going this way, that way, so it has to go back this way, so we get A. Question 62, we are going 6, 5, 4, 6. It's an alternating pattern. We're going to start from the beginning. It's going to be 5 in the center, and it's going to look like this pentagon, not this one. So we get something that looks like A. 63, we have 1 arrow, 2 arrow, 3 arrow, 4 arrow, and then we have 5 arrows going down because we're also alternating direction, so we get E. Actually, E is 6. We're going to do 5 arrows pointing down, which is C. Question 64, we just have flipping up, down, and this angle is the one that looks closest to the ones we already have, so it's going to be E. Next, we have 1, 3. We have this inside shape being the outside shape of the next, so the square becomes the outside shape, so the hexagon becomes an outside shape, so we get E. Question 66, we have 2 shapes here. We have one that looks like that, one that looks like this. And I'm going to count how many that face downwards. So we have 1, 2, 3. In fact, let's highlight it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 here. Then we have 1, 2, 3 here. We have 2 here going down. We have 1 here going down, which means you need to have 0 going down. The only one that looks like that is B. They're all facing upwards. 67 is going to be 3, 6. I like to alternate. I think that works better. We're going to go 3, 4, and then 5. We can see that there's not really a pattern between these two, but alternating. So D. Question number 68. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 lines going down because we go vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. We get E. And then for 69, we have this outer perimeter that's white, that's getting smaller. The inside pentagon gets smaller. We know for a fact it has to point down, so it can't be C. And the one that looks down with a fatter white border is E.